According to Metro, Coleman was hired by a man to murder people who owed him money, and another one of the murders Coleman was involved in was tied to a gang. 40-year-old Michael Coleman was hired as a hitman to carry out the murders of people who owed money. According to police, Coleman worked for Carl Chester, who was operating what police called a criminal enterprise.
Carl Chester and his associates defrauded the government of numerous Paycheck Protection Program loans, better known as PPP loans.
Chester would then disperse the fraud money to people involved expecting a cut back, but when they wouldn't pay up,
Michael Coleman was tasked with murdering those who shorted Chester his money, and if Coleman couldn't get to the target of who owed them specifically the money, he would target their family members.
This is what happened in the cases of William Hill and Kadada Stewart. In November of 2022, Coleman shot Hill outside of his home.
He was murdered in front of his residence while he worked on a car.
Police said Hill was a target because his son, who owed Chester money, was in police custody. Then the following year, in February of 2023, Coleman killed Kadada Stewart.
Kadada Stewart was gunned down in front of a residence in the southwest area of town.
In November of 2021, Marcus Larry was shot and killed inside of a Teriyaki Madness on Charleston Boulevard in Summerlin. Police said Coleman followed Larry into the restaurant and shot him as he was ordering food.
He was with his 13-year-old nephew, who thankfully was not hit.
And in May of 2021, Coleman shot Benjamin McCarty in a Pet Boys parking lot in East Las Vegas.
He was working on his car when an unknown vehicle parked in a nearby parking lot, and Michael Coleman approached him on foot and shot and killed him in cold blood.
Police said this shooting was actually not connected to the fraud scheme, but instead related to gang activity involving the two men. Now, Metro Police say both Chester and Coleman would use trackers to find their victims. Chester was shot and killed earlier this year. Meantime, Coleman is now facing 4 murder charges. Reporting outside of Metro headquarters, I'm Melissa Bethencourt.